And now I'll turn it over to Tim Hum with the United Food and Commercial Workers Union Local 175. Tim works in a food processing facility, and he and his coworkers were forced to walk a picket line for almost 2 years just to reach a first contract.
Hi, my name is Tim Hum, and I want to tell you about my experience as a worker and why we needed our union, the UFCW, at our workplace. I work at the factory owned by Wings, a producer of sauce and fortune cookies. My coworkers and I decided to unionize Wings because management was treating workers unfairly with no respect, do as you're told or go home, with employers misleading workers like promising them higher wages and more benefits, but never follows through with them. But even after we succeeded and became unionized, the problem didn't end there. In many ways, it was just like a fight who had just begun. The first collective bargaining agreement was especially hard, as the employer is still not recognizing they have lost the vote and the plant has become unionized. The employer did everything in their power not to have a contract in place. The employer hired top lawyers and consultants, as we spent numerous time and hours at the labor board fighting. This led us into a strike vote. We went on strike for 22 months, as we overcome many obstacles and challenges with my coworker and our union. My experience as a worker has done two things. Has made me strongly appreciate the value of my union has and why being union is so needed. Workers need to have that collector's voice, and being unionized is the only way to do that. It also made me appreciate the barriers to getting a union are higher than they should be, and that our laws needed to be updated and changed. The current system is outdated, which creates so much fear and pressure onto workers that it clearly unbalanced to prevent people from getting the representation they needed. That's why we need to have a system of automatic union recognition returned to us through card check and certification. That's why we need to have the abilities to get to that first collector's agreement, if an employer stalls, through a much more meaningful first contract arbitration. Those two improvements to our law alone will provide for such a meaningful impact on obtaining the first collector's agreement. Workers will be able to have the assistance they need quicker in a real way. It would have made a meaningful difference to me and my coworkers, and I believe that many of our unreasonable hardship that we went through simply would not have happened if we have been able to have card check and first contract arbitration available to us at Wings. Thank you.
Thank you very much.